At Bemis Roach and Reed, we handle 3 different types of disability cases. We've been doing that, building that practice area for about 10 years. Most of the clients that we have who come to us with disability issues are unemployed because of their disability. So they have very little income. They have bills stacking up, they have health care issues that are affecting them, and they really need somebody to take the burden off of them. And that's what we do. You can imagine the desperation that a client will feel when he receives a letter from his insurance company telling him that he's not going to receive his monthly benefit. That letter is also going to give him the method of appeal. So typically, what we see in a lot of instances is that the client will immediately want to make the appeal because there's such desperation over the fear of losing his monthly benefit. That's the wrong thing to do. Because what ends up happening is that the insurance company, with no new information, with no new medical records, and really with the client not having anyone look over his shoulder to help him, the client makes his appeal, and it's denied based on the same information that was originally used to make the determination. That is where the client really needs to come to see us first. And typically, they don't. Typically what happens is because there is such pressure, financial pressure, and such emotional stress on them, they want to move the ball forward quickly and make that appeal quickly. And really what needs to be done is it needs to be reviewed by an attorney who can make sure that the appeal is properly done with the support needed to win the case. For disability clients, most of the time, if they are employed previously, they have the opportunity to continue their insurance through COBRA. And we always highly recommend that they do so. Because really a determination of disability is going to be made probably at some stage later down the road, maybe 12 months, maybe 18 months down the road. And the problems that occur with a 12 or 18-month break in your medical treatment are extreme. In most instances, a judge is going to say to himself, you know what, if you were really injured, if you were really hurt, you would find some way of getting treated, even if it means going to the emergency room with no medical coverage. And so we do have a great deal of input with our clients on continued medical care, and we counsel them on what they need to do in order to obtain and continue the medical care. In preparing to go see a lawyer, what we generally like to see, if it's a private disability policy, we want to see the policy itself. We need to know the type of work that they've done for perhaps the last 15 years, and we need to know exactly what their capabilities are now, and that means medical records to determine their disability. The general client that we have who comes to us is generally fairly unprepared. They don't have the information and they don't know what information they need. So we provide a free session when they come to us, and it's a consultation at no charge. Sometimes that consultation can last 2-3 hours because we really do have to educate our clients in order to get the information that we need to help them. There is a point where we start getting paid, and on Social Security cases it's a contingency fee based on an amount of back benefits that they get. And our fee is a federally capped fee of 25% of their back benefit, and it stops at $6,000. On the non-ERISA cases, we also charge a contingency fee. And that means that if we're successful in getting a lump sum benefit for that client out of the stream of benefits that they were entitled to, we get a percentage. So the client is never out of pocket. The client, the one who is suffering from the illness, the one who's suffering from the disease, who has the bills stacking up, who has no job, he doesn't have to worry about paying his lawyer because we end up taking out of the proceeds from the settlement. Unfortunately, for state disability cases against either the employee retirement system or the teacher's retirement system, we are unable to pursue those cases on a contingency fee. And that's because the state of Texas refuses to allow an assignment of the claim. An assignment of the claim actually entitles us to go after a percentage of the case as our attorney fees. And since the state doesn't allow us to do so, we typically have to charge a retainer and an hourly fee on those cases.